Welcome back to the Anfield Exchange, and this weekend it's Liverpool at home to West Ham, and it's another massive game. Look, we know we're in a title race, we know we're 11 points clear, we know we haven't been to our normal standards recently. This is a time now we need to bounce back. I believe we need to make changes, we need to freshen it up. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. In terms of the game against Fulham, look, we know we didn't create enough. I think when the subs came on, they were more productive. We created more chances from the guys on the bench than we did from the guys in the first team, which is a telling sign that you just need to rest some players at this point. I think it's probably more of a risk playing your first team 11 than if you make changes, and that sounds ludicrous to say, but I think if we start with this same team again, we're going to see more of the same. We look leggy, we look tired. I've been saying it for weeks now. We just have to get some fresh legs in there. Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, players like that who can create, who are good on the ball, and yeah, I don't think we'd be losing too much from our attacking style if we were to go for players like that in the starting lineup. We know West Ham are going to be tough to break down, and we know we are lacking creativity at the minute. Those two things coming hand in hand, it proves it could be a struggle for Liverpool. But yeah, like I say, Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, Nunes I'd like to see as well. I think he can he creates chaos in the opposition box, and I need to see Costas in this team. I think Robertson's he sort of came back into form, but he's just again, he's another one that looks leggy. I don't want to single him out, but most of the team look leggy, and we'll go into the battles earlier, but kudos if he's playing on the right like he did in West Ham's last game, and I think he could cause problems for Andy Robertson down that side. Like I say, it's been a lacklustre couple of months for Liverpool. We definitely look like we're running out of steam. I don't want us to peter over the line to winning this title. We're 4 wins away from winning the title, and we've got West Ham and Leicester next. These 2 games need to be victories. We need to pick up 3 points in both games. If we can do that, then I think it will take a little bit of pressure off. If we drop points, I think Arsenal will be looking at it and thinking they've still got a chance. Obviously, they still have to come to Anfield. So, yeah, for me, I don't want to be going into that game against Arsenal. I don't want to be going into that game with Arsenal thinking they have a chance, because that's when things become difficult then. We have got a tough run coming up. We've got, after the Leicester game, we've got Tottenham, we've got Chelsea, we've got Arsenal, we've got Brighton, and then we've got Crystal Palace as well. So, yeah, we got some tough fixtures coming up. Ones that we'll have to be on it. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I do understand. I believe Arne Slot is going to be playing the full strength team, his best 11, as we've seen all season. I worry that we're gonna see more of the same, but I do, from his point of view, sort of understand why he does that. He's obviously desperate to win this first trophy as Liverpool manager. I think he doesn't want to take any chances giving what I would say his fringe players the opportunities, because he knows these guys can do it and they've got him in this position. So I sort of get it from his point of view that he would probably play his strongest team. But for me, look, Mo Salah, it's brilliant news that he's just extended his contract today. But for me, I think Mo Salah needs a rest. I think I want Mo Salah firing in those games against Tottenham, against Arsenal, against Chelsea. I need him to be the Mo Salah we've saw previously for most of the season before the last sort of month or two. That would be my view on it. The other side of that, the flip side to that, Mo Salah has just signed a new contract. I think he will be bouncing. I think the fans will be bouncing about that. It's what we all wanted. But you can't bring Chiesa on with 5-10 minutes left. If Mo Salah's not producing the goods, I think let's give him a rest and let's see what someone else can do. And see if he can sort of get us over the line. In terms of the key battles, we've touched on the Kudus Robbo situation at left back. I would like to see Kostas Tsimikas start. I think Kudus will cause too many problems against Robbo. He's quicker than Robbo. He's probably stronger than Robbo. I think we need to sort of give Robbo a rest in this one. And the other key battle as well, I think, will be what do West Ham do with Wan-Bissaka? We've seen when he was at Man United, he played at left back to sort of counter the Salah threat. I don't think that'll happen at West Ham. I think if you look at the way Salah's game has been redefined, he's not as much as a player who runs at the wing backs. He's more dropping inside and trying to find that killer pass. I don't really think Wan-Bissaka would be needed over there. I think if Diaz plays on the left, I think Wan-Bissaka would probably be more effective against Diaz, a player that's going to run at you. And I think we'll see Wan-Bissaka start at right back versus either Gakpo or Diaz. And yeah, I think we're going to see Emerson in the left back position against Salah. So those are the sort of key positions. I would say, touching on Luis Diaz, the last two games he's played, the Fulham and the Everton game, I thought in the Everton game him and McAllister were our best players. In the Fulham game, he completely changed the game when he came onto the pitch. So I would like to see him start in this game. I would like to see him starting on the left, but equally, I would like to see Gakpo start as well. So we'll have to wait and see how Arne Slot gets around that predicament. He has had ways of doing it this season, which involve Luis Diaz being the striker. I'm not sure if that's something that's worked. I don't want to see that. So I think you have to choose between Luis Diaz and Gakpo. In terms of injuries, Arne Slot, he did his press conference this morning. We know Trent's out. We know Gomez is out. Obviously, Conor Bradley's back now. I was sort of in and out of the press conference this morning. I'm not sure if he mentioned Alisson. I'm hoping Alisson's going to be back because I think he just brings a composure to the back four that we need, that we missed in the Fulham game. If not, then obviously Kelleher will be starting, I would imagine. For West Ham, they are missing Sorrenti or Somerville, which I think is a good thing. He's a tricky winger. He's got pace. Obviously, Conor Bradley just coming back. Probably wouldn't want to go up against that type of winger. So I think that's a good thing that West Ham are missing him. And yeah, look, basically, we all know it. We need to get back to winning ways. We need to get a title charge back moving forward as opposed to stagnating, because that's what we've been doing for the last couple of Premier League games. I think we have struggled. And we need to go into this with no complacency. I think in the Fulham game, we knew that the title was sort of on the verge of coming to Anfield. We need to go into it like this is still up for grabs, and yeah, but we're in the title race. We need to show a title winner's performance, basically. We have got the tough schedule ahead, so like I say, we need maximum points out of these next two games. Certainly the game against West Ham at Anfield, we should be winning this. And away to Leicester. Leicester are having a dire time of things, so I believe we'll get 6 points in the next two games. I think this will be close, but I also think we'll get over the line in this game, and I think the Leicester game will probably be a little bit more comfortable. And like I said, by the time we play Arsenal, we just can't have them believing that a victory at Anfield will keep them in the title race. We need to have it done and dusted by then. If not, get it done and dusted on that day. And just maintain that gap at the top. Obviously, Arsenal's priorities will be Champions League football at the minute. They had a massive result against Real Madrid. They've got Brentford and then they play Madrid again next week. So potentially we'll maybe resting players in that game. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the first leg was pretty convincing. But yeah, I don't think it's convincing enough. You're playing Real Madrid. I don't think they'll be resting players against Brentford. It's not that over as what the scoreline suggests. In terms of the lineup, I'm gonna talk about the lineup. I think this is the lineup that Arne Slot would choose, not necessarily the one I would choose because I would be making changes. But I think we're going to be looking at obviously Alisson and Kelleher in goal. Hopefully Alisson, but it's whether he's ticked over boxes for the concussion that he had. I think in terms of defence, we're pretty much at our strongest defence if you take Trent out of it now. We're going to go Bradley right back, Konate, Van Dijk centre back, and I do think he's going to pick Robbo at left back. Not my personal preference, but we'll see how that pans out. In terms of midfield, I think it sort of picks itself. Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai. I think that's probably guaranteed. And up front, I've got a horrible feeling he's going to go Salah and Gakpo on the wings and Luis Diaz in the striker position. Me personally, I want to see Nunes. I want to see chaos, and I think Darwin Nunes causes that. Plus, it looks like Nunes is going to be leaving in the summer. I would like for him to give the Liverpool fans a leaving present for all the support they've shown him in the last couple of years. In terms of the score prediction, I initially had this down as a 2-0 for Liverpool. I think it will be closer than that. I saw a statistic that Graham Potter against the so-called top 6 has played 10 and he's been unbeaten in 6 of those. The goal difference as well was quite tight. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Liverpool, and I'm going to go for the Egyptian King, Mo Salah, to get on the score sheet. In fact, I'm going to go for Mo Salah to get a brace. I fancy him to get a double this weekend. He's not scored for a few weeks, so let's get his numbers up and get him back on the score sheet. Let me know what score you think this is going to end up. Let me know what you think your lineup should be, who should be starting, and I'll see you on the next one.